locks him up in his room by putting the iron bar through the handles. Then the group covers the body with a sheet and takes it to the basement. For the rest of the day, the players wander around contemplating their situation. Francis finds his wife's lipstick and puts it on before kissing the mirror. In the evening, as the heat is getting unbearable, the players are annoyed to see they've been provided with a reduced portion of just potatoes. Albie begins banging on his door demanding to have his part, and after lots of pressure from the others, Jay goes and gives Albie just a tiny piece of potato. However, Duffy thinks it's unfair and leaves to give more food to Albie. Worried, Jay rushes to stop him, but the door has already been opened. Albie jumps out of the room and grabs the iron bar to start hitting Jay without mercy, completely destroying his face. When he snaps out of it and realizes what he's done, he hides back in his room. Duffy comes to check on Jay, who uses his last breath to give his gun to the priest. Jay's body is then covered and taken to the basement with Cynthia's. For the next meal, they receive extra food and wine with a good work note as a reward for killing. Lee and Duffy are the only ones eating in the dining room. All the others have become too paranoid and are now eating alone. Francis takes a portion to Albie, saying he earned it and swears he understands Cynthia's death had been an accident, so he isn't angry with him. Moments later, Lee and Duffy go to check on Albie, only to find him dead and hanging from the ceiling with Max's scarf. When the news spread, another argument ensues, and everyone suspects Francis of having sought revenge for his wife. Francis thinks Albie did do it to himself, then tries to pass the blame to Max because it was his scarf. Once again, it's Duffy who stops the fight because it's pointless, and everyone leaves in a different direction because they're wary of each other. Duffy and Lee take Albie's body to the basement and Francis continues to use the lipstick in private, showing he's losing his mind. Sometime later, Claire finds Shona touching her things again and a new argument starts, which quickly escalates into slapping each other. When Shona leaves to have a cigarette for her nerves, Claire grabs a corkscrew and stabs her. In another room, Lee is washing her face when Francis shows up, and without further ado he rips the light fixture from the wall and dunks it in the sink full of water, which electrocutes Lee and makes her collapse to the ground. Meanwhile, Duffy goes to talk to Max and tells him he only